Now let's go and start with these beautiful starting lineups. Now we have some great players, as Bree mentioned. Why did it not work? What's going on? There we go. Beautiful. Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Rob Will, and Al Horford in the starting
Oh,
lineup.
so
Smart is
beautiful. Love to
returning.
see
Look at
those
that.
names together.
The actual starting lineup. It's actually nice. For the Heat,
Thank God.
from what I've seen recently, and again, I love the Heat have been very, and again, it's kind of very Bill Belichick-esque. They're not allowing us to know what their lineups will be very early. They're holding everything. They didn't have a shoot around this morning either. So they're keeping everything tight knit. There are rumors that Bam might have the C word. If that is true, prayers are homeboy. If not, hopefully he is good to go. I'm seeing very conflicting reports. But the lineup: Lowry, Strus basically got benched last game. We'll see if he starts. Jimmy Butler, PJ Tucker, and Bam Adebayo, my African brother. We will see what happens here. There is no Tyler Hero tonight. And I believe that's the only, and Gabe Vincent has a hamstring, but I'm pretty sure he's going to play. That is the only injury I have seen. Maybe I'm missing one. Really quick, Chop the Sporting with the Ram, my guy. Fado don't know. Jags Tatum is sitting at the table tonight. Always saying he is a top player. Bree, your thoughts, honestly, I feel like there has not been the same lineup in every game. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I feel like every game's had one team injured, one team I don't understand it. Bree, your thoughts on this lineup tonight against the Heat squad? What's your thoughts here?
Frame it. I love it. This is my favorite lineup. Thank God they are all available today. Honestly, there's no excuses. I don't see us losing. There should be no reason now to lose. I don't give a shit about home court advantage at this point. Like I've said before, the Celtics have literally dominated every single quarter except two. And unfortunately, those careless mistakes caused them to lose 2 games. So you see that you really need to be consistent and strong throughout full 48 minutes of play, because Heat aren't going to back down. They're not going to lie down and die. And neither are the Celtics, to be honest with you, because even though game 3 sucked and I was there and we were down 26 points, they battled all the way back to cut that deficit to 1. So how strong are the Heat if they let that happen, right? So well, I know it's a game of runs. I know it's a game of runs, but if you almost blew a 26-point lead, people are going to talk shit about you. So whatever. It is what it is. I'm just really keeping, positive vibes. I honestly think that they have what it takes to make it to the NBA Finals this year. Obviously, the setbacks of people's health and the injuries don't help, but I think that's just regular basketball. Like, no one's ever going to be 100% healthy or fully ready. I don't want to make the excuses of they're young, blah, blah, blah. They're not, they haven't been there, whatever. I honestly think that they have something special here with these guys and this group of guys. And, they just need to believe it and just be consistent. When you see them falling back to old habits and like the terrible turnovers, like living and dying by the 3, but like when the 3 is not on, switch it up, drive to the lane, do some mid-range. You can't just rely on one attribute and think that you can win a game that way. So I think Ime made the correct adjustments. I think he's been a flawless rookie head coach, and I think that they really have what it takes. And I think that the Heat are kind of salty because now they've been blown out twice. So let's see. Maybe they're defeated. Maybe they want to go to Cancun. Maybe it's over.
I don't know about defeated. The Heat think they're fine. They have 2 home games, honestly. They think they're chilling. I saw a lot of Heat fans in my DMs on Twitter. They're very, very confident from what they've said. I'm seeing some cool comments here. My guy, not to write that one. I'll get to you. Saw there's only been 4 lead changes all series. I think that is true. I think I saw that somewhere on Instagram as I was lacking there. Definitely saw that. I think that is actually true, which is kind of crazy. Speaks to, it's weird to say this playoffs has been, I wouldn't say awful. It's been a very boring postseason, especially other than the first round.
All the blowouts.
It's all the blowouts. I mean, I'm trying to think of the most competitive series was probably Timberwolves and Grizzlies, but that was the first round too. So I can't think of another great
Celtics
one.
Bucks.
I saw something on Twitter.
Too.
I saw something on Twitter. They're like NBA National Blowout Association. And I was like, shit. It's
probably
so
Brooklyn.
Crazy.
7-point deficit, like you said.
So second round on. So second and third round, I have not seen. Like, even look at the Warriors series. It's blowout. Even when the Mavs finally win, it's a blowout. So hopefully tonight we get a close game with no injuries going down. was it game 3? Was
No,
actually close to the game?
I'll take a blowout in the Celtics' favor.
No, I want a good game. I don't want the game over in the fourth quarter. I hate that. I want to see.
No lead is
my
safe. I
anxiety.
was even afraid when we had a 32-point lead. I was like, I'm still not sure.
Real quick, Joy X Jump. Shout out to the name. $5 donation. Appreciate that. Have the Celtics championship at 5,000 to 1. I give it all up for banner 18. My God, I don't know. Tell me when you put that odds in. That's actually insane. So shout out to you. Could win a lot of money there, and that's definitely nice. Mr. Hall asked a question here. Can we talk about how the Celtics underdeveloped players? Jags, take a swing at this one because I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Underdeveloped.
Underdeveloping as far as our draft picks, Mr. Hall, or I need you to be a little bit more specific, just because when you think of the drafts of,
PP or Peyton Pritchard should be better at this point, I'm guessing, to me. I thought Peyton Pritchard's pretty decent for
he hasn't really had much opportunity to grow, really. He hasn't been getting a lot of minutes. So I think that Peyton Pritchard is kind of always ready. And I think he's been pretty consistent. I don't see anything wrong with Peyton Pritchard. I think he just doesn't get enough minutes to really get to that next level, but I think he's great where he's at. So I have no problems. He's just shorter, so it makes it harder for him to defend because he's a smaller guy. But when his threes are on, and they're almost pretty much always on. So I have nothing bad to say about Peyton Pritchard. He should get more minutes, in my opinion.
I don't know about the more minutes. You lost me there. He's definitely in. Someone said he's only 2 years in. I would agree. He's only 2 years in. I don't expect much from him. He's not going to be what's an example? A Chris Paul or a Fred VanVleet. He's not going to ever be an all-star, but he's going to definitely be a nice little valuable piece.
He's a late first-round pick, and he's a backup point guard. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it as well. Someone said we didn't even draft White. Yeah, we traded some guys. I think the only guys that aren't are draftees or Horford, White, and there's probably one other that I'm not talking about the bench players, but like they actually play for us. I think that's it. White and Horford are the only people we did not draft. So a very homegrown lineup. Speaking of the lineup, there it is. I want to get over to my keys to the game. Only got 2 of them. And I guess turnovers are given. I'm not going to talk about turnovers. We talk about that every game. If the Celtics don't turn the ball over, they're probably going to win. But here, make open threes. Bree talked about it. You live and die by the 3. But it's weird. If you live and die by the 3, you can't really switch things up. Look at the Mavs last night. They finally hit their threes. They hit 21 of them. They're going to beat. If you hit 23, you're going to win. If the Celtics hit 15 to 18 threes, they're probably going to win. So you live and die by the 3. It works for you. It hurts you as well. And then pretend we lost last game. I saw a funny comment again where the Celtics, when their back is against the wall, they play the best. Well, damn it, put your backs against your wall yourselves because it's a 2-2 series. Let's go back to Boston up 3-2 instead of thinking it's all good and you have another game to go back on. Jags, man, any keys to the game? A player looking at some X factors you're thinking of?
Yeah, Bobby, I'm with you. Pretend we lost the game. That kind of goes back to my be humble, that one keys to the game that I had. It goes back to just let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's been multiple times now. I think it was when the series was 1-1. Everyone was basically writing the heat off then, talking about the Celtics were going to win 3 straight, be done in 5 or whatever it was. And then we end up coming back and getting smacked in the mouth, So it's just be humble, stay within the moment, and understand that you have to win one more game on the road, bring it back to TD Garden, and potentially close these boys out in 6 at home. Turnovers and 3-pointers have pretty much been everything in this series. We held them to 1 point in the first damn quarter, nearly, missed 14 straight shots to start the game. So I would anticipate their starters scoring more than 18 points. So I'm expecting a big counter punch. We just need to get ready to take it and go on a run of our own, get ahead of these boys. And again, the shooting and turnovers, just limit those and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Bree, any X factors or a player looking at tonight that needs to show up for this Celtics team?
Jason Tatum. Other than the obvious, Jason Tatum. Because as you saw, even when Tatum had that off night, right? Tatum had 10 points. Jaylen Brown tried to pick up the slack and had 40. Still didn't work. So if you don't have your superstar player for your team at least making more than 10 points in a game, you're not going to win. So you just need to have that type of Jason Tatum show up today. I don't want the very bad off night Jason Tatum because then we will be going down back to Boston down 3-2. So if Jason Tatum can just, still be feeling himself and come off of that victory, just motivated to make a statement in Miami, I think we will easily win this game and win the series. This is the deciding. This is a pivotal game. This is the deciding factor. I'm not going to say. I mean, I want the Celtics to just make a statement and win. I'm not going to say, oh, it's over because they have a chance now to win at home. So if they can take control of this game and make another statement and steal another one in Miami now instead of Game 7, I'd rather do it now and have the potential to close it out at home. Game 6. They have 2 more chances in my mind, obviously. They have 2 more chances. I would like today to be the statement.
I ain't mad at that. Again, I think the percentages are the team that wins Game 5 goes on to win the series like 80-some% of the time. It's funny because the last series Celtics ran when they lost Game 5, they ended up winning the series. Voodoo Custom Pickups, amazing name. Hold Jimmy to 6 points again, and the Celtics win. I'm willing to bet a lot of money. Jimmy's not going to be in single digits again. That's just not happening. Jaron Killerman. Again, appreciate the $7. Appreciate that, man. With the Celtics not having a first-round pick, what happens with Yam Mador? I remember that from last year. And Juwan Begaron. Again, really remember that. People were butchering my pronunciation of those two guys. I honestly think Yam is 145 pounds soaking wet. I don't think he has much NBA career. Juwan Begaron, though, was actually kind of nice. He is clean. I saw him in the Summer League last year. He's a very good player. Jags, did you watch any of these guys' highlights at all?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm first 81.8% of the time. Game 5 goes on to win the series. Good shot on that, Bobby. I mean, yeah, we dealt with a lot of Yam Madar, and the gentleman in our second round pick, Jan Bergeron from France last year as well. Let's just see how they developed. I mean, I think that it would be a lot to ask either one of these gentlemen, to make the roster. Let's just see how they perform in Summer League next year, and we'll go from there. We're bringing back the majority of our roster next year, and like I've mentioned several times, I think we'll be looking, especially with a team that's on the cusp of either winning a championship or having won a championship. You'll have the vets, like I keep saying, the Pat Connaughtons, the Patty Mills, the Bryn Forbes. Those are the guys that'll probably end up taking some of those bottom roster pieces. But let's see how those 2 young men, at that age, who knows how big of a leap they could have potentially made this year.
Interesting. My guy, Harry Francisco. I like that name. Throwback to when Bobby said we wouldn't make it past second round. So that's actually not what I said. Now, hold on. Now, yes, against the Bucks series, I did think Middleton was going to play.
Wait a minute, Bobby. Bucks in 6.
I did say Bucks in 6, and the Bucks had a chance to win in 6, but we're going to pass that. I did pick the Celtics to make the NBA Finals. Let's get that right. But the bet with Anna Horford was there's a better chance of us losing in the first round than making the ECF. That's what I said. That's, again, the value of numbers here. It's literally, it's a number game. Really quick, I saw this cool comment. There it is. Brandon Bohan. 6 Heat players were listed on the injured list. Celtics need to win Game 5. Technically, all are playing except Tyler Hero. This is their best opportunity to make the NBA Finals. Can't waste it. And I saw a cool tweet. I didn't save it. And I wish I did. Of someone on this panel. I can't name names. But someone on this panel said, you know what? I should fly down to good old Miami, Florida, and watch Game 5. But I need to save money for finals tickets. Number one. Obviously, Brendan's correct. We do need this is the best chance they have since the bubble season against the same damn team. But imagine a Celtics home game, a Game 1 and a Game 7, technically, in Boston in the NBA Finals. Bree, your thoughts? Obviously, you live in Boston. How would that feel for the city? Obviously, for your job and obviously the people around it. I mean, that'd be pretty huge.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I should have flown down to Miami, but you know what?
No,
I gotta, I'm balling on a budget, so save the money for the bigger games that I see us definitely having.
No one goes to those games anyways.
I know. It would have been cheaper. It literally would have been cheaper for me to buy a round trip ticket to Miami, go to the game, and come all the way back than it is to literally go to one game in Boston where I live. Just saying.
That is
Heat's fans are just trash. Sorry, not sorry. My friend right now, he's from Boston. He's at Miami to watch the game. So there's a lot of Boston fans going to Miami for this game. It's going to be more Boston fans than Heat fans, I feel. And I'm like, yo, get me footage of their arena being half empty the whole game because I know those are the vibes. Anyways, there's literally never an empty seat in the Garden. Doesn't even matter. Regular season, postseason, forget about it. But yeah, anytime the environment is just unmatched, unreal. Game 7 at home, at home was bananas. The streets were crazy. Everyone was standing on cars, running through traffic. It was insane. So if they do that same thing again to close it out, Game 6, I can't even imagine. And then if we go to the finals, or when we go to the finals, and that atmosphere, it's going to be wild. So I'm really looking forward to that. This is the best chance they've had this whole series right now. You have Smart playing, you have Rob playing, like everyone is good. So there is no reason to lose this game tonight. And I'll be very shocked and very disappointed if they somehow lose tonight. Like I said, I don't think home court advantage is a factor because Celtics have been able to do it on the road quite a few times. So in this playoff run of theirs. So I'm not really worried about the atmosphere because, like I said, I feel like there's a lot of Boston fans in the building tonight in Miami. So there's no excuse tonight. None. Zero. They need to get it done. The end. I don't care.
No excuses at all. And again, no Tyler Hero, the sixth man of the year, not playing at all. Jax, what's up, man?
Yeah, I just wanted to shout out our guy, Harry Francisco. But don't let him off the hook that quick, Francisco. Don't let Bobby duck and weave and have you, bro. He said
you were right,
Bucks were going to
Harry.
beat us in 6.
You call him out. You call Bobby out.
And we will look into that recommendation, Francisco. I've seen what you said about the collab. I'll look into it and we'll see.
Shout out to homeboy. Might have to clip these hot takes. People have told me they're going to make a compilation of my bad takes. It's going to be a 30-second video.
I got it.
There's not a lot of content.
It's probably about 2.5 hours long. I'm trying to find how to edit it. It's coming soon.
We're no shot. My guy, Sporting with Duran, we're 2 games away. The Celtics are from or I guess technically the Heat, but advancing to the NBA Finals. And you're here talking about player development. That also is true. Again, shout out to Mr. Hall. But to me, it doesn't make any sense. It's not really logical right now, at least. So yeah, it doesn't really matter here. Luis Varela says, my kids wanted to go, but no way, $1,000 balcony, wings and beer, enjoy. I have always been, and this gets a little topic. We're off topic, but it doesn't damn it. It's my damn show. I would love to tell people this all the time. I'd rather throw a $300 house party with chips and pizza and wings of a flat screen TV than go sit in traffic, spend overpriced on fees. No, let me finish. Spend price on fees and tickets.
Savings.
Sit next to the fat kid who's sleeping on me, next to the lady I can't see, and the 7-foot giant sitting in front of me. I'd rather sit in a flat screen in my living room with my boys watching the game. Bree, obviously, I know your thoughts. You wanted to go to Miami today. Your thoughts on going to the game. But what is better, honestly, going to an NBA game or having a house party watching a game like the NBA Finals? Your thoughts?
Going to an NBA game, hands down. It's not even a cut. Like there's no. That's not even a real question. It's just not. That's so dumb. And if you lived down the street from the arena, you'd probably feel the same way I do. You need to catch a flight. Come here. We'll show you. And you'll be like, okay, you're right. I'm going to move back to Boston. You can't just say that. I get what you're saying. A house party is a vibe for sure. Much cheaper 100%. Option for sure. But there's nothing like that atmosphere. Nothing. And I would die.
The only thing I'd say too is it's a different perspective, Bobby. When you watch it live, sometimes it's there's so much else going on. So for what we do, I mean, my girl Bree was freaking taking notes while watching the game. You know what I mean?
And we get like the inside scoop, kind of like you only see what the TV lens lets you see. Like I get to see all the interactions between the bench players, the fans, everything. So you miss a lot of the stuff that you can't see. Just
and Deuce Tatum, right, Bree?
And Deuce. Yes, that man, that little goat.
Landon says, watch on TV unless you're in the lodge. I'm guessing that's like lower section for Boston.
Yeah, yes.
Loge, gotcha.
But honestly, not going to lie, balcony rows 1 through 5 is not bad. They also got new Jumbotrons. So obviously don't get, like, I'd rather sitting at home watching on TV instead of like nosebleed balcony. Yeah, totally. Save your money. But even like first couple rows of balcony isn't bad. I have been a snob to be like, nah, lower level or nothing. But seeing how pricey these tickets have been, I'll take a first row balcony just to be in the atmosphere. I've settled. I've changed my tune a little bit on
changed the ways. And I have a last, not relevant but kind of relevant topic to talk about because I watched Jags and Bree's video on the corner page, and they were breaking down Game 4's win. And again, Bree loves throwing those little sneak jabs in the video, but I always pick up on it. She can't get one past
What did
me.
I say?
He said it again, and I'm going to repeat it because people in the chat might not know what the hell I'm talking about.
I missed it. What did I say?
I have always been a person. Doesn't matter if I'm at a concert, at church, at school, or a damn Boston Celtics game or Atlanta Hawks game, obviously here in Atlanta. If it is a blowout, and I don't give a damn, if it's a 15 or more point score with 5 less minutes, I'm gone. I'm beating traffic.
No,
I am
that
out
is
of
so
there.
stupid.
I am walking my ass to my car. I'm saying hot as security guard, and I'm out of there, and I'm at home before these guys.
What
even left
time
the
you
arena.
leaving, Bobby? Seriously, if it's a blowout, when you leaving?
So Atlanta, again, the games end pretty late, so it's like 10:30 at night.
That's
If
not
you
late.
don't leave, if you don't leave at 10:30, like before the game starts, like 5 minutes, I'm saying 4 minutes. If we're down or up 15, I'm gone. I am gone
That is
within
the
55
dumbest thing
minutes.
I've ever heard in my entire
Bree, you
life.
were saying, "Oh, no,
Why
you gotta
even
stick
waste your
with
money to buy
team."
tickets then?
The
I
money,
saw
Bree. Yep.
45 minutes of a 48-minute ball game. I am out of there.
That's like going to the
100%.
movies and right
dumbest
before
thing.
the end.
That's a terrible
leaving.
comparison.
You're like, yeah,
No, it's not.
no, that's exactly right. You're
Thank
like,
you, Bree.
oh, I think I already know how this movie's gonna end, so I'm just
Exactly.
gonna leave.
No,
Which
that's not
99% of
clue.
the time you do.
No
Right, but
shot.
you still watch it till the end. No, you are out of your mind, Bobby. There's traffic at all goddamn hours of the day.
I
You leaving
disagree.
2 minutes
Atlanta is
beforehand
bad,
means
though,
nothing.
Bobby.
Atlanta is worse
Atlanta
than Boston.
traffic is
I will
next
put
level,
my
bro.
stamp on Boston. Does not have worse traffic than Atlanta, especially
don't
after a Hawks
come.
game.
Boston's
Don't
bad
ever
too, though,
come.
bro. Them roundabouts y'all got in Boston are dangerous. The ice, Bobby, but
Hey,
you're right. I've never seen anything
ATL
like
is
Atlanta.
crazy. Oh, I didn't know if I saw this or not, but Mick G, appreciate the $1 donation, bro. I appreciate that. Bobby, an old man. Oh, Bobby is an old man already. No, I'm not an old man. I am a very time conscious man. I like paying attention to my damn time and my money. Speaking of money, shout out to our sponsor, Prize Picks, the amazing sponsor, the best fantasy game on the market. You can use promo code Celtics Corner in the description. Also, the link also is in the description as well. Again, very resemblance of a over-under here. 23.5 for both Butler and Brown. I think Butler's went up because Hero's not playing. So it might be 24.5, but again, still the same damn points. Jags, your thoughts on Jimmy Butler? 23.5 points. He had single digits in back-to-back games. Obviously, one game didn't play in the second half. The next game was a blowout. I don't think he's scoring 8 points again. Do you think he hits 23.5 over on?
I'll be honest, Bobby. I mean, you're right. The first two games he came out with a 41 piece, 29 piece. So he gets him the first two, and then he bounces back with an 8 and a 6 performance, based more so around the injuries, leaving the game, the knee inflammation, whatever he's got going on. I'll simply go with the over. Shout out to the chat today, man. They're on fire. But I'm going to go with the over simply based on them a necessity. Like if Miami has any chance at all, Jimmy is going to have to be spectacular so just from a picks standpoint, yes, I would take the over for Jimmy.
I like that. Really quick before Bree goes, Bobby, an old soul. I feel like my grandma would say that. And then this too, I'm going to sound like an old man. I'm an old man because I want to get home on time and be in bed before the lights are out. Okay, anyway. Really quick, shout out to Jonah with the $10 donation. Think of this. Finals, Steph and Clay versus Tatum and Brown. Celtics win everything. Bet me. Jonah, I might be on that betting train.
Thank you,
really
Jonah.
quick. Bree, your thoughts on JB? 23.5 points. I think he hit this last game. I believe he did. Your thoughts? He had to score 24 points to win some money. You taking the over or the under on JB?
Under.
Oh.
I think he gets
wow.
I think he gets right around 23. So I don't think he gets over 23. So that's why I say under. He'll definitely make, in my opinion, I think he's going to get 20 at least, but I don't think he'll get more than 23. So that's why I would take the under on that. Jimmy needs to show up or it's over for them. So I'm not sure if he can have 3 bad games in a row. But if he does, I'm sure that's just going to be the excuse coming out of every Heat's fan's mouth. So it is what it is.
And again, I think Bree, actually, no, really quick, I want to mention this comment again. So yeah, appreciate the donation again. Curry and Clay, Tatum and Brown, that'd be an insane finals. It's kind of like the old guard versus the new guard type of thing. Obviously, you have the veterans and the Warriors. And again, it'd be an insane finals. That's all I will say. But with Bree's comment earlier before about if Tatum doesn't play well, the Celtics won't win, I will probably disagree with that, saying that if Butler plays bad, there's no chance. Even with Hero playing or not playing, if Butler plays bad, they're going to lose every game. Tatum could have a bad game and the Celtics still win 100%. Now, again, both those games where he has 10 points, we've just barely lost. But imagine if another player showed up or Smart actually plays. I feel like those game results are very, very different. It's interesting. Obviously, the Heat, it's weird, the number 1 seed, but they don't have a great depth. But Bree, go ahead.
With that game that Tatum didn't show up, we were missing who? Smart or Rob,
Smart didn't
right? So now that I agree with you. Like if everyone was full strength and the only person that really didn't show up to play was Tatum, yeah, they have a chance of winning. But in that game when Tatum didn't show up, we also didn't have everybody contributing because
Smart
we had someone out. They were both out.
I think one of them was
So
out. I think Smart played actually. Wasn't that the game where Smart turned his ankle and we lost? I'm pretty sure that was the game. So Rob didn't play that game.
It was game.
You're correct, Bobby. My mistake.
Yeah, that's when. Yeah. That's when Ban
So
had
it was
31
just
points.
Rob, and then Smart got hurt during.
And he came back and played. So yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, Smart missed 1 and 4.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So yeah, I again, it's weird to say this, but it's not really weird to say because the stats will show Rob obviously is important to our team. I don't want to hear people saying, "Oh, we didn't have Rob, so we're not going to win this game or lose the series." Say if, knock on wood. There we go. If Rob doesn't play in 5, 6, or 7, the Celtics have still no excuse to not win this series. They missed their 6th man of the year. I don't want to hear a comparison between Rob and Tyler Hero. I'm sorry. The lineup and the value of teams is so different. W Love, an amazing name. We're able to stream the game here. No. But again, a quick plug. I'll actually be on Celtics Reddit. I'm butchering their name. Celtics Reddit podcast is a little watch party they do on playback. I'll retweet the link and probably put it in the chat when we end the stream. But I'll actually be there start of the second quarter to watch the game with those fellas live here in prime time. Some other cool comments we can see before we get on to another thing. We don't need anybody to go off. We need everyone to play hard on defense and play the basketball we know how. I guess that is true. I don't know if the Celtics, I guess they could. If everyone scores 15 points, I guess we would win the game, but I don't know how likely that would happen. I don't know. I think Tatum or Brown kind of need to go off. I don't know. Jack, your thoughts?
Yes, sir, Bobby. I just wanted to apologize. How long? 30 minutes now, and I haven't had a chance to say congratulations to Jason Tatum, first team All-NBA, as joining our guys Smart and Rob on their all-defensive team. So congrats to JT.
And actually, I'm glad that you mentioned that. We've just been so preoccupied with the fact that Smart and Rob were announced that they can play. And I think that kind of overshadowed this accomplishment. I honestly think that this right here will be the spark that sets Jason Tatum to just have a lights out career night. Absolutely. Imagine, say you get nominated or whatever, you get this announcement and then you just play like shit. There's no chance. There's no chance. He's absolutely going to ball out. If he doesn't, mad people are going to be like, oh, he's all NBA first team? Yeah, okay. So I don't think he'll ever let that happen. I think he's going to have a lights out performance, and this is going to be the driving force of it all. Absolutely. Thank you, Jags, for bringing that back up. I was so hyper focused on Rob and Smart that I completely forgot about Jason Tatum and his accomplishment at only 19. Crazy. It's just wild.
At only 19 for 5 years straight. Giannis, D-Book, Luka Doncic, and Nikola Jokic, the MVP, and Jason Tatum, all NBA first team. I got a lot of discussion on Joel Embiid because they did this weird thing with the centers. Now there's only one center. Even though Embiid was second MVP, he's now second team, which again makes no sense. Obviously, Book should be second team and Joel should be first team. Again, hopefully they'll fix it next year. Tatum did talk about that a lot in his press conference. I do have other topics to talk about, called my What Do You Think topic. A lot of people, maybe Jags, Bree, y'all enjoy, maybe you like, maybe you love Big Baby Davis. Are y'all fans of Big Baby? Maybe as a player, as a person? I don't know. But I've never been a big fan of him, maybe back in his college days, honestly. But I've never really liked Big Baby. So when he did that thing last year with the, scamming the players, the old players, obviously their money, the health insurance, all that stuff, obviously he got arrested. Him, a lot of players actually, Shannon Brown and Telfair, and a lot of great old school players in that ilk of maybe 02 to 09, Tony Allen in there, a lot of former Celtics actually, got arrested for trying to scam people. And this came out again. So basically, I don't know if I doubt he has an ankle monitor, but he can't go certain places. This is today. A federal judge says Glen Davis has fouled out, it's a little pun, after violating his bail again to attend Heat Celtics Game 4. Judge says one more violation is heading to the detention center. I said, good God, is this real? I said, oh, it is. A Manhattan federal judge scolded retired boss Celtic for repeatedly violating his bail conditions in the 4 million threatening him with a pretrial detention if he commits another foul.
He was courtside for the Nets series too, and the Bucks. I'm pretty sure he went to one of those games because I was there and I recorded him and he reposted it. So this is the second time now that he's violated this.
So yes, that's what I saw. It's kind of like a strike system.
This is the second time he's done it. He's hilarious because remember when he got caught stealing someone's courtside seats, and that was the huge buzz is that he took someone's seat and it was caught on TNT and everyone was making fun of him. Out. Yeah. So this isn't the first time. Probably won't be the last time. He doesn't care. No bad publicity. You know what I'm saying? So,
I will say, and we'll get to I have actually another slide to this, but someone else said something. Oh, and I lost your comment. No, there it is. Miss All said, didn't scam people, just the NBA. People don't know how this works. Imagine school, right? Or actually, no, even better because we saw this 2 years ago. The PPP loans. Y'all remember that? People were literally scamming the government with PPP loans, trying to get the money, which hurts other business owners who try to end up getting that 5 years later because they're going to change some rules. Same with scholarships and funds. If people mess it up now, people down the road are going to get hurt. There are going to be people eventually, 3 years from now, NBA veterans that need this money. NBA's going to be like, all right, let's actually see if you actually need this money. Let's see if you get approved or not. Like these guys were scamming for dentist appointments and they're in like Cancun or something. I don't know. Very interesting stuff here. Next slide kind of breaks it down even more. It's a whole argument. Again, if you just Google Big Baby Davis claims, it's a very long and drawn out thing. But again, if he does this again, which Bree says he's a famous guy, got a lot of money, maybe he won't. But if he does this again, he actually will be sent to a detention center, which is kind of like a baby jail that actually Terrence Shannon, I think Sebastian Celtics are actually in jail as we speak, which is kind of crazy to hear that because they scammed NBA veterans and also the NBA as a whole. Very interesting stuff here. Very crazy stuff. Have you listened to the new Kendrick Lamar album? Just randomness. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I love Kendrick Lamar. The amazing randomness. But yeah, it was pretty decent.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. It's not a bad album. I'll give it to him. So those are the only team left to give Warriors a run for their money. Well, technically the Heat are still here and the Mavs. Heat getting swept by the Warriors if they win this series. Bree, I'm gonna get those to you because I actually talked about this. Was it last time we were here? Me, Jags, and someone I mean Sporting with the Rain were here, and I said the Warriors are probably gonna win the title regardless of who plays them. They're on fire, and Curry's not even playing that good, and they're dominating. Now, obviously, they lost game 4 the very next night. But Bree, your thoughts on a matchup against the Warriors? How do we match up? Do you like that matchup with the Celtics? Do you think we match up well, and do we win?
That's tough. Honestly, I obviously want to be the delusional fan that's like, yeah, we're going to win. But that's a very tough competition, tough matchup. Steph is out of his mind. Clay, I know that he's suffered, those injuries. He's maybe not 100% back, but he still looks really good. Jordan Poole looks great. Honestly, like they have a really solid team. They have a good bench. They have depth. Steve Kerr, great coach. And obviously, as you know, like they are champions. They've been here before. It's kind of like, riding a bike for them. So I would love it if we could take them deep in a series. Anything is possible. I'm not going to rule the Celtics out on that. But I feel like the Celtics are one key piece away from beating the Warriors. Also, not being full strength healthy. I know, they're listed to play, they're available to play, but are they dealing with injuries? Yeah. Like I said, both teams are, all the teams are. I get that. But those minor injuries can be a huge setback when it comes to, a 7-game series against a team that's so stacked like the Warriors. So, just to make it to the NBA finals and play against them would be an accomplishment. So I wouldn't hold them if they lost. But if I'm being a realist, I could see the Warriors beating the Celtics if that's the case. And I just want to be real. I don't want to be like, oh, well, you're not a real fan. Like I am a real fan. I just know the game of basketball. And when Steph is on, he is on. And same with that Warriors team. And we've been a little bit spotty and inconsistent. We could have beat the Heat in 4, in my opinion, and we didn't. And we had dragged this out. And now the people that are hurt can't rest because we're dragging this series out. So, it'll be tough. It'll be tough. Nothing's impossible, but it's tough.
Nothing's impossible, but all things could be possible. I heard that in a book once. VLC says Boston wouldn't stand a chance against Golden State. Get that 1970s pimp slap. I imagine a 50-year-old man in a basement somewhere saying this, but I'm not gonna lie to you. A very amazing comment there. Vic also had another comment somewhere. Oh, there it is. Jags here. Cancun is waiting on Boston for vacation time. Now, again, I don't get this whole love for Cancun. I think it's in Mexico, right? I've never been to Mexico. I don't know what the love is for Cancun. I can't even swim, so honestly, beaches aren't for me. But Jags, your thoughts here? Obviously, we could lose this series, but Bree seems like she is positive. The only way we lose the series is because of injuries. Are your thoughts similar against the Heat squad, where we're basically 2 out of 3 is in Miami?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I feel confident against Miami as well. I'm not as quick to say like it's over. I have respect for them, and not to mention, I think that last round taught us a lot of lessons, not to get ahead of yourself. So, I do have the Boston Celtics winning. Obviously, Bobby, I've been saying before the playoffs started that I thought the Celtics would make it to the finals. I was saying during the Bucks series that I thought the winner of that would go to the finals to represent the East. So, yeah, I think that it's going to be some tough games ahead of us still. But as long as you all have mentioned health, injury free, and as long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot, because this team beats themselves just as much as anything else. So no turnovers, no bullshit. And I think they'll be fine. Now, the battle against Golden State, the passing of the guard. I heard something about, is this a new Warriors dynasty we're entering? So that'll be a challenge and a whole different, animal if we're fortunate to make it there. But, one round at a time.
Absolutely. I agree. Let's
100%.
focus on they right here, right now. They have the best chance this game that they have all series, in my opinion. So there's no excuse. I really don't want to see them come out flat. I don't want them to take their foot off the gas. I want them to just be go, 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 be consistent, and play as a team. And you got this. That's it. There's really nothing more to say. All the odds are in their favor. I think even Vegas is favoring them tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I don't do all the betting bullshit, but someone said to me that they are favored to win tonight in Miami. So if everyone is rooting for them and thinks that they have the advantage, it better happen. I better see it with my eyes, or it'll be a very sad, angry Bree post game you'll be seeing.
And we might see a Bree video post game. I'll make a reaction like highlights, but Bree, a little reaction video afterwards.
Shout out to the 175 in the building, Bobby.
Jesus, 175 people for no reason. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna answer some quick comments and we'll do our predictions for the stream. I saw some couple cool comments. Really quick, if Warriors win it all and Steph wins Finals MVP, where does he rank all-time point guards? Probably somewhere top 15, and he's definitely, to me, he's already second point guard behind Magic. I don't think it's a conversation. I don't know if he'll ever pass Magic, though.
I agree. Good take.
Brian DeJesus, I probably butchered your name. Rob had a first place votes for DPOY. He's way more important.
Bobby.
Jesus. Oh, I butchered that. My goodness. Then little old Tyler Hero. Again, doesn't even make any sense. Tyler Hero was literally won his award. He was Sixth Man of the Year. He's literally their leading scorer on the team. So Rob might be seventh, maybe sixth in scoring on the team. I don't know how you compare the two at all. Butler banged up, Hero banged up, which is very, very true. The love for Cancun is because of LeBron being there after he didn't make the play-in. Interesting. Okay. I think that's it. I think I saw one other comment. My guy, Carlito. Warriors have not seen a defense like the Celtics or Heat's defense. They haven't played any tough teams. Celtics in 7. I would disagree with that. Literally the Grizzlies, I think, were a top 5 or top 6 defense the entire NBA season. John Morant's literally a stud athlete. And they played, who they played in the first round? That's losing me now. But the Warriors also played a pretty decent tough opponent in the first round too. So again, saying they never played anyone tough is a very misleading statement. They played the Nuggets, and Nuggets had the MVP. Rico De Silva, do you see the Celtics coming back to the conference finals next season? That would be 5 out of 7 years, which is insane. And again, let's say that no crazy trades happen. Giannis doesn't team up with Damian Lillard and Zion's not okay. We're not anything crazy. Yeah, they probably should. We'll see what happens with KD. Looks like Kyrie won't be on the Nets anymore, but we'll see what happens with all their squads. Last question for Turkish. I think we're going to see a Tatum takeover game. Expecting a 40 bomb tonight. What about you three?
Yeah,
Bree, go ahead, take this.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, the fact that he was named All-NBA first team absolutely will be the driving force to a Tatum takeover. And I love the Tatum takeover. I like the alliteration there. I like that. That will be the title of our post-game video when Tatum has his takeover.
Tatum's takeover. I will make sure I remember that one. 180 people in the building. Let's do our predictions time. Game 5, Bree, your thoughts. Best of 3 series now.
I don't think it's going to be another blowout. If there's another blowout, I have a feeling that they're going to lose technical difficulties and just lose the feed like they did last time if the Celtics are blowing it out, which I don't see the Heat blowing it out. So I think it's going to be a close game within 10 possibly. I don't think it's going to be low scoring like the last one was, because what was it, 102-82? I think the Heat will break 100 tonight. I'm going to say that it's going to be Celtics, let's say 118. Heat, I'm really bad at math. What would be 118 to 111? Let's do that. Yeah. Okay. Really bad at math.
7-point game. I like that score. I ain't mad at that. A lot of people are actually going to similar to your score. Jags, your score, go ahead. Celtics, Heat. What's your ball game?
Yes, sir. So I'm just hoping for a really good bounce back let's get ahead for the Boston Celtics. They keep playing this, let's catch up. You know what I mean? I want to see them get ahead for the first time in this series. I'm thinking back to the ECF semis where we shit the bed in that game 5 after dominating pretty much the entirety of it and let them come back at the very end. So I'm wanting the Celtics to take care of business tonight, which I do think that they will. I think that they're going to go up 3-2 in the series, bring it back to TD Garden for a Game 6 closeout. Give me a 105-99 win. I think that it is going to be a tough showing by the Miami Heat, especially early on. But I think that the Boston Celtics will outlast. And I agree. I think Jason Tatum has a big game tonight.
He can't not. He has to.
I'll be honest, going into this game, I was actually going to have the Celtics in 7. So they were going to lose tonight's game and then win on Miami's home floor in 7. But until Tyler Hero was ruled out. So now I'm not taking them. I'm going Celtics tonight win. I'm going to go 125-119. 6-point vol game for my people. Voodoo, this is a disrespectful score. What does this go? 200 to 0 is literally impossible. I don't even know how this is possible.
Seems pretty accurate.
103, 100, 189. I don't like the kiss of death, Tatum. What the hell does that mean?
I don't like kiss of death, Tatum. I don't know what that means either.
I don't know what that means.
ISO Tatum.
ISO Tatum. Interesting. AI mentioned how many Celtics? What? How many Celtics before we turn off the TV? Don't know what that means as well. I'm guessing
5.
What's the score? I'm gonna go 15. 119.
I don't know what is happening in this chat.
People in the comment section, they going drunk, sipping.
Just throw out a number.
I'm gonna start drinking some water. Y'all be drinking already. I'm
Just
out of here.
throw out a number.
Peace out. I put the link in description in the chat. It's a pinned comment.
Also, one more thing I want to say to all the
Yeah.
people, as I'm sure we have a lot of Heat haters. Heat fans,
Only
Celtics
2.
haters. I don't know if you watched our recap between me and Jags on the last win that we had, but a lot of people want to come at you too for not doing post-game videos when we lose. Honestly, just so that everyone is clear, there's a lot that goes into making these videos. There's production. We make schedules. We decide on our own accord what we're going to do and when. So if you don't see a video instantly posted to this channel itself right after a win, first of all, have some patience and relax, hold your breath, relax, chill out. And second of all, me and Jags post stuff on our pages, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, whatever, immediately after when we make something. When we do something and we collab, we send it to Bobby. He posts it during the day, the next day, so that more people can see it. Not a lot of people are up like me and Jags at 3 a.m. doing shit. That's just that. So everyone just needs to,
Thank you, Bree.
Be patient because we will get to it, whether it's me by myself or me with the guys or the guys by themselves.
Look,
we will eventually get there. We always do a pregame and a postgame. Just bear with us on when it gets posted.
Every single game, I have a postgame and a pregame on either my channel or Jag's channel. So, I mean, if they would do 30 seconds of research, they would see that or look at a pattern. We've always been consistent, wins or losses. We didn't disappear in the Bucks series. We're not disappearing now.
Yep.
I like that. Appreciate y'all.
All right, well, it's
we
game time.
Content here. Game time should be starting now. God bless. Hope you guys have a good one. We'll be back later tomorrow.
Go
Later
Celtics,
tonight.
Celtics
I'm out of here. Appreciate